Okay, welcome back to Atomic Habits. This is chapter 3, book by James Clear. In the first chapter, it discusses an experiment where a cat was placed in a box with a lever somewhere that opens a door for the cat to escape, and the cat would then run out and get the food. At the beginning of the experiment, it took quite some time for the cat to figure out what to do. It was poking its arms around, it was poking its nose everywhere. It didn't know how to escape. But as soon as it did find out how to escape, that's when the learning process began. So it took an average of 15 minutes for the cat to escape the box beforehand. At the end of the experiment, it took the cat an average of 6.3 seconds. And Thorndike described the learning process, by stating behaviors followed by satisfying consequences tend to be repeated, and those that produce unpleasant consequences are less likely to be repeated, obviously. And these are the numbers for the trial. Each attempt, you can see the cat's getting faster and faster. It's learning. It's developing a habit, basically, of opening the door. It's associating flipping the lever to open the door to get to the food. Why your brain builds habits. A habit is a behavior that's been repeated enough times to become automatic. So, like Thorndike's cat, the first time you come across a problem, you don't really know what to do, how to respond to get the reward. So, therefore, you just try things out to see what works, obviously. And then you stumble across a solution eventually. And your brain automatically repeats that behavior whenever the problem arrives again. So maybe you're feeling anxious and going for a run feels more free, makes you feel more free and less anxious. So that's what calms you down. Maybe your brain is spazzing from work and you find that playing video games relaxes you. There's better things to do than play video games, but your brain goes, wait, that felt good. What did I do right before that? And that's the habit that builds. And habits basically reduce the cost of brain points, which is basically mental effort throughout the day. For example, your brain can't do multiple things at once, obviously. So to reduce this effort, it goes into automatic processes. And this is what these habits are, is automatic processes. So the brain can focus on what it needs to focus on while having these things go on in the background to free up brain points for you. All right, let's take a look at the 4 stages of a habit and how to hijack them. First, we have the cue. Now, the cue, it triggers your brain to initiate the behavior. Your brain is continuously analyzing your environment for where the rewards are located. And this is the process of noticing the reward. The craving, the cue is what causes the craving to ensue. Without craving, we would have no reason to act. It's the motivation aspect. When we crave a habit, we don't crave the thing itself. We don't crave like smoking the cigarette. We don't crave the video game that we do. We crave the change in state that it delivers. So maybe it's something that calms you down, and that's really what you want. It's about wanting the reward. The response is the actual habit itself that you perform, which occurs depending on how motivated you are, so the craving, and how much friction is associated with that behavior. It's about obtaining the reward. And then the reward, of course, the response delivers a reward, the goal of all habits. We chase rewards for 2 main reasons. They satisfy us and they teach us things. If the behavior is insufficient in any of these areas, it will not become a habit. Okay, so how do we hijack these? Well, we can use them to either build a habit or we can use them to break a bad habit. Let's look at how to build a habit. The first law, which is the cue, is make it obvious. Let's say you want to clean your house more and I don't know, you just leave like a cleaning box, a cleaning tub of like essentials that you can use to like clean your house. That's going to be obvious. That's going to be a cue. You see the cleaning supplies and you get the cleaning. So you make it like easily accessible for you. Second law, craving, make it attractive. So maybe for cleaning your house, this could be like you watch those like Netflix shows of people like organizing their house and like how good their house looks and like afterwards and like how it's all clean, and that will like give you kind of motivation to clean your house. If you're like exposed to those kind of like those that kind of content, that'll make you motivated, and that's how you make it attractive. Third law, response, making it easy. Well, the way to make cleaning your house easy is to probably just do it all the time. You know, if you let all the messiness build up, it's going to be harder and harder to act because it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of work. But if you're cleaning every single day, it's going to be easy to keep up. And the fourth law, which is the reward, which is make it satisfying. It's obviously going to be automatically satisfying whenever you clean up your entire house. But maybe like treat yourself after after cleaning your house, or like show your mom or something. I don't know. Now let's go to breaking a habit. This is probably the most important thing. You guys probably don't want to build as much habits as you want to break habits, okay? Because this is the stuff that's wasting your time. If you have this out of the equation, you have free time to build habits automatically. So let's say it's scrolling on TikTok. I don't know. Should we use that? Uh, yeah, sure. Scrolling on TikTok. Inversion of first law, which is the cue. So make number one, make it invisible. Your phone, make it invisible. No, let's do junk food. Let's do junk food. Okay. So make it invisible. So instead of having junk food just laid out throughout your house, like potato chips and stuff like that, and candy and stuff, you can put it in a specific drawer in your house. Like at my home, we have like a bottom drawer for candy and stuff. Or you can just throw it out, obviously, and like not have it again because then it's invisible. You won't see the food, and therefore you won't have the cue to go eat the food. And the inversion of the second law, number two, the inversion of the second law, which is the craving. Make it unattractive. How do you make junk food unattractive? You associate it with it making you fat, which is the problem, right? So that's how you just use your mind to make it unattractive because it's like, oh, that piece of candy, it's not really that good because it's going to ruin my weight loss goals. It's going to ruin my fitness goals. It's going to ruin my performance, stuff like that. That's how you make it unattractive, is you just constantly repeat those things in your mind. Number three, the inversion of the third law, response. Make it difficult. Make it difficult to reach, maybe put it on like the super top shelf, maybe. Yeah, I don't see how else to do it. And now number four, the inversion of the fourth law, reward. Make it unsatisfying. How would you make candy unsatisfying? Well, when you eat it, right, you just feel bad. If you're in the right mindset, you just feel bad for eating it because you're like, well, I just ruined my digestion. I just put like bad stuff in my body. That's not good for me. So just keeping that mental stuff in your mind is going to make it unsatisfying for you. So you're less likely to eat the junk food anyway. That's all I have for today in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. More videos coming in the future. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.